Hello everyone, and thanks for joining. I'm Oren Malul, and we're analyzing real-life scenarios caught on tape and show you some self-defense practical techniques. We're going to call Yogev with our first scenario. So let's see what we got here. So here we have a scenario that comes all the way from India, a road rage scenario when a guy with a motorcycle almost bumps into a guy with a rickshaw. So as you can see, there is a conversation that develops, escalates into a conflict. So here they're pushing each other, and as you can see here, the guy, there's some object that falls and he goes and grabs them. We're going to talk about it later. Other people are trying to separate between those two, and it looks like it comes down, but you'll be able to see soon how quick simple argument like this can escalate to real violence. The guy, for some reason, pulls out of his car, of his rickshaw, a tool, looks like a knife or something, and then the other guy also gets angry, grabs a brick and throws it all the way to the person's head, and he completely lost conscious here. As you can see, they pick him up to probably get some medical treatment. So in this kind of scenario, you can see that it starts with kind of they're pushing each other. What we have to say here is this kind of pushes that are starting and that we see a lot in any kind of a street fight developing is really confusing, because on one hand, these are just pushes, okay? But on the other hand, it can pretty quick escalate to a punch, a kick, or even a knife, because we're in a certain distance that if you're able to push me, that means you're able to stab me with a knife, okay? So on one hand, we don't really know where is it going. We don't want to escalate it too quick when someone comes in pushing me, boom, right away to punch him or right away to kick him on one hand. On the second hand, we don't always want to take the chance that after the first push, maybe I'm not seeing, he pulls out of his pocket maybe a knife, and that will be a different ending. So what we're going to show you is a technique that on one hand will neutralize the guys, on the other hand will not escalate the situation to punches, kicks, and blood, and will keep it in a certain environment that I'm controlling you and I'm telling you to calm down, getting out of the scenario itself. So Yogev, what you're doing, you're simply pushing me. Maybe you pushed me once, pushed me twice. Oh, 1, 2, okay. Okay, so what happened here? Let's talk about it. So let's see what happened here, okay? So he probably pushed me once, and many times you're not going to be able to do the defense on the first one, second one, but for sure, if you're understanding there are some pushes are developing, so you're going to have an opportunity to redirect. So when he's pushing me, I'm redirecting his hands to the other direction, and what I can do, push me all the way, is simply move out of the way and get out of there, ask for help. But if you feel that this situation might escalate and that becoming dangerous, maybe I will need to kind of neutralize the guys. And what I'm doing here is, yeah, I will lift my hands because I actually want him to push me again. Okay, yeah, I am lifting my hands. I want him to push me again. And what I do, I redirect with my right hand with a big kind of a swimming motion. Up. One more time. 1. And from here with the same hand, I'm gonna go and grab his face. Pay attention to my body motion as well. So after doing 1, my body is also moving to his backside. So from here I can grab his face. If it's a weak spot as a nose, eyes, hair, and simply put him on the ground easily. So from here, depending on your own motions, if you're gonna go quick, you might definitely injure the back of his neck, the vertebrae here, but if you just want to stick him to your own body, make the point that you're control the situation and don't mess with me, or put him on the ground slowly, little by little, okay? He is not gonna be able to resist to it. Of course, in reality, I would do it quicker, but in a certain measurable force, not to escalate the situation too much, but on the second hand, make the point. Dude, do not mess with me. You can see a moment that the guy with the rickshaw, while they're pushing each other, it's probably his phone or certain object falling. And what he does, he goes to pick up the object. And that's something I want you to pay attention, because you're gonna come from here. If you're gonna have in the middle of an argument, an object, your phone that is falling, the last thing you wanna do is go and pick up the object. Boom, if it's a kick, a punch, you put yourself in a disadvantage. You're gonna pick up your phone that just fell. You definitely put yourself in a disadvantage. Boom. You don't wanna get into this kind of position and put yourself in such a big disadvantage because of a phone or any object that is falling when you're in the middle of an argument. Okay, so that's what we have to do for you guys today. One, we spoke about those pushes that are being developed. Really hard to see and to know if it's going to stop there, verbal and pushes, or it's going to escalate. Sometimes if you do feel better to neutralize the guys, make the point, do not mess with me, and simply get out of the scenario. Thank you, Gev.
Thank you guys for joining our Krav Maga class. You guys can stay tuned and check out our Facebook and YouTube page and learn more Krav Maga tips and lessons. Thank you.